What was it like growing up in the house of Chuck? Well, there were a few rules or commandments from Mama Knows Church and Papa Knows Church. Let's see, there was thou shalt not leave your clothes on the bedroom floor. Thou shalt honor your father and your mother. That one made it in there right from Moses' stone tablets. Thou shalt do your homework before watching television. Right? You get the idea, right? Now, the 10 Commandments that you're probably more familiar with are first presented in the book of Exodus, chapter 20, verses 2 through 17. Then the same 10 Commandments are presented in Deuteronomy, chapter 5, verses 4 through 21. It does get a bit tricky sorting it all out, so that's why we thought we might help by talking a little bit more about the 10 Commandments on this episode of Chuck Knows Church. Oh, these are so heavy. Somebody get these. Oh. The 10 Commandments, everyone seems to agree, are a set of biblical principles related to ethics and worship, all of which have had a profound impact on both Judaism and Christianity. Now, among the commandments are teachings against murder, theft, idolatry, blasphemy, adultery, dishonesty. It also gives instructions to worship only God and to keep the Sabbath. Not so important, perhaps, is how various religious groups divide the commandments, maybe numbering them slightly different, drawing from 2 different places they appear in the Bible, Exodus and Deuteronomy. Now, according to the story in Exodus, God inscribed the commandments on 2 stone tablets and instructed Moses to come up onto the mountain, which Moses did alone, where he stayed for 40 days and for 40 nights. But before Moses came back down with the tablets, the Israelites convinced Aaron, the older brother of Moses, that something happened to Moses and they should melt down all of their gold to produce a golden calf, a false idol, which they then worshiped. Now, when Moses did return, he was furious about the false idol, and he took the tablets that he was carrying, the 10 Commandments, and he smashed them into pieces. Then he took the golden calf, burned it, ground it into powder, and scattered it on the water, and he made the Israelites drink it. Ugh. Tasty, I'm sure. Actually, I'm kind of sure that that's where my mom got the idea to make me eat soap whenever we're talking about Moses, not me, so disregard that part. It took some convincing by Moses for God not to destroy his people for their disobedience. But later, as it is written in Exodus chapter 34, the Lord had Moses cut 2 more tablets of stone, like the first ones, and God wrote again the words that were on the former tablets. And whatever happened to the ark that holds the 10 Commandments? Well, I guess we'll leave that up to some filmmaker named Spielberg to figure out when ambitious raiders go in search for a lost ark. If you'd like to learn more, be sure to ask your pastor. Tell him Chuck sent you. Who? What? Who brought a boulder to church?